Welcome everybody to this edition of Attention Talk Video. I'm your host, ADHD and attention coach, Jeff Copper. And today I'm here just to talk about the difference between ability and disability. It's a word. Ability is in the word disability. The obstacle usually is the dis, which really, when you think about it, is mostly a belief system or attitude. In my years coaching people with ADHD, my job is to help them find ability in the disability, or what they consider to be a disability, or what they view as a condition. I just want to illustrate a couple examples of what this looks like. Most people that I really have a hard time coaching are those that are so focused on overcoming the disability, they can't see their ability within that. And I'll be honest with you, Attention Talk Video is at least my own representative of that, because Attention Talk Video came about because of Attention Talk Radio. And the reason that came about is I needed to have content to talk about, make a name for myself on social media, and writing is very challenging for me. Now, I would argue my dyslexia is a disability, but I have the ability to get myself out there by other means, by a radio podcast interview or this YouTube channel, which I'm very proud of, by the way. Other people that have the ability to problem solve and think through some things if they're talking out loud with somebody to relieve their overtaxed working memory. They have the ability to problem solve, but often they've got to do it out loud. I'll never forget, I coached an executive one time. He was in partnership with a woman. They were kind of co-owned a company, and because of his working memory, she'd ask him a question. As simple as, what was the ROI, the return on investment, at that meeting yesterday? And he would walk in and say, oh, you know, I showed up, I had a latte. I sat it down on the right, and I looked over, the guy next to me had blue shoes. Never seen blue dress shoes before. And then we opened the proposal, and we flipped through it, and the answer is 14. This is interesting because the guy had an amazing memory if he told the story. He couldn't just answer right out. So he had the ability to recount an amazing amount of detail, but he wasn't able just to answer questions kind of straight out. Another individual that I was coaching recently has the ability to problem solve in case management thing, but they've got to print and spread everything out on a table as opposed to deal with a digital screen. And then other people that have the ability to process information if they got 4 or 5 screens, so they can spread everything out in a similar fashion, but they struggle with just one screen. As you see, as I'm telling these stories, there is usually an ability for people to do things, but it might be very different from what they had thought or what they had envisioned. And really, if you have ADHD and you're getting stuck in the but worlds, but I can't do it that way, and you're not advocating for yourself, that's pretty much a lot of the problem. Because at the end of the day, I learned in a very interesting interview with Dr. Russell Barkley on motivation. We both agreed is that it's not until you own your ADHD that you actually really can do something about it. Using willpower and self-regulation to overcome self-regulation really is just not, when you think about it, it just doesn't make any sense. You're using your weakness to overcome weakness. So that's just wrought with anxiety. However, if you own it and you try things differently and you do it your way, it really can make it happen. So if you, as we've illustrated here, the word disability, often the obstacle is the dis part. And owning yourself, looking for how you can do it in your way as opposed to other ways is really a way to make that happen. So anyway, this video is really just to share the insight, to get you thinking and really speak to the people that are the most stuck, because often you're stuck because you believe you have to do it one way and you're not looking at your way. Subscribe to our channel if you're a new listener. We release an insight or some type of tip or some type of mindset on a weekly basis. And please, what are your thoughts on this? And if you're listening to this, if you can share some of the things that you found that you have the ability to do in a unique, different way, let us know. Oh, another example I wanted to give you, Dr. Roberto Olivardi, he wrote his Harvard doctoral dissertation with punk rock videos playing on the same screen that he was writing his Word document. The beat kind of helped him go and kind of helped him focus, and he did it, I think, in 2 weeks. He had the ability to do it in a short time frame, but he had to do it his way. So anyway, forgive me for that last PS comment. So hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope it's given you some insight. Hope it's inspired you a little bit. Take care.